Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. I hope y'all are well out there. In today's video, we're going to take a look at some police cam footage that was taken at the Idaho student's home. This was back in September of 2022, just 2 months before these horrible crimes occurred. In this video that we're going to look at, this police footage, this is going to explain a lot of the reasons why Bryan Kohberger chose that house in the first place, why he chose those young ladies as victims. The student's home had everything that he was looking for as a predator. Really, it kind of made them easy prey, living such a carefree life, not knowing that they were being basically tracked for months on end. My name is Nina, and I highlight subjects and topics that are of interest to concerned citizens like you and myself. Now, I'm highlighting these moments from this police cam footage because it's going to shed a lot of light on how easy it was for Kohberger to spy right into the student's bedroom. He or anyone else who wanted to could look basically directly into the student's home from all angles on the street level. It was pretty easy to do. We'll see the path that Kohberger allegedly, I have to say allegedly, took to enter their home. We're going to also look at the security option that was available on each of the students' bedroom door, according to a report from Inside Edition. But more than anything, people, we are gathered here today because we do not want another generation to be visited by one of these Ted Bundy types, these Ted Bundy wannabes. No family deserves to go through this. And as concerned citizens, it just guts us all on some level. Lord have mercy. Now, in reviewing this footage, there's a couple of points. First and foremost, prevention is really the best cure. And secondly, if God forbid a tragedy like this does occur, we need to have the ability to quickly zero in record time on these type of suspects. You can see here during this police visit that was due to a noise complaint, how beautiful and idyllic the setting was that they lived in. Their neighborhood was just beautiful. Xana, Kaylee, Madison, and Ethan, and the other 2 roommates, you can understand how secure they felt living there and how they could let their guard down.
Interesting.
How are you? Good, how are you?
Good. Is this your place?
Yeah.
Perfect. You know over here?
I assume noise.
Noise, yeah.
Yeah.
Big speaker right there?
Yeah.
Nothing against having a party. Once neighbors start calling in, then we have an issue.
Fair.
You go to school?
Yeah.
Okay. What year?
Senior.
Senior. Okay. So I'll tell you the same thing I told them. You probably know the drill, right?
Actually, no.
Oh, okay. So usually, at least for me, I'll give you a verbal warning.
Okay.
Once I have neighbors calling in, your music's too loud, you're disturbing the peace.
Yeah.
Nothing against having parties, nothing against having people over who are overage to drink. But again, once we start disturbing the neighbors, then we've got an issue.
Yeah.
Always take it as up to 300.
Yeah, somewhere around 300, 400 bucks.
It's a pretty expensive ticket. I don't want to give that to you. That being said, this is your place, so I'm going to hold you responsible.
They get it more expensive the later it gets.
For everybody.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna grab
We already warned them
Yeah.
too, so.
and if I do have to come back here, $300 some tickets going to be
Okay.
and it only gets more expensive. So fair.
Yeah, that's fair. Absolutely.
Actually, what's the phone number for you? Is this 1122 here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here in this footage, we're looking at their home during a typical party night. And this was back in September of 2022. You can get a sense of how easy it was for Kohberger to spy on them. They didn't keep much on their windows. Their windows weren't really draped at all. And right now we're going to see and hear a little bit more of what the Moscow police caught with their body cams on that evening in September of 2022, answering that noise complaint. It is really chilling.
This is where we can stop, observe what's going on, see if there's any other activity we need to be aware of, and then let's go make contact.
How goes it?
Oh, hey, how are you?
Who lives here?
We're not actually sure.
You don't know who lives here?
No.
No, I don't.
We're just here for a noise complaint.
Oh, okay.
Haven't been drinking or anything, right?
No.
Okay, drive careful, okay?
Will do, thank you.
Did they?
I can go get them real quick.
Truly's? This is what the other group had that ran away.
Oh, really? Nice. Truly's for the win.
It's a normal day.
This is a regular day. We spend a lot of time doing this, and students are here. Yeah. Those things that are frustrating. You're like, we'll figure out who lives here eventually. But campus, it's actually honestly for like minor stuff, campus will hammer. Like suspend them or kick them out altogether, or lose all your financial aid. Like it's pretty serious. So they've had several kids like get super hammered and fall off balconies over the years and stuff and die. So they take it pretty serious.
Send whoever lives here down to the door. We're not leaving. And we can also see you.
No one's here that
No one's here. No one's here.
So everyone here is trespassing?
Well, no one's here that's trespassing, but no one lives here right now.
So where'd they go?
They're just not here. I have no clue where they're at. No clue.
So you guys just throwing a party in their house at
They
this
were
time?
here. They're not here right now. I just
They left and went over to some other party, and everyone is about to
searched
go
all
over
of
to another party. What are they? I am actually not sure. I live across the street. I just came over. I haven't drank a drop.
Male, female.
I think it's mainly
I've been a cop for 22 years here. Young games with me. I'd rather deal with this as a noise complaint.
I have a fishbowl in here, so if they get party, it echoes like crazy.
I'd be under the assumption that you guys are unlawfully entered because no one who lives here is here.
Okay.
Right?
We'll go
So I
get
need
a
to
phone
verify
number.
that there was a party here.
We'll go get a phone number. We'll be right back. Sorry, we're not trying to make your life.
I understand. I just letting you know this is how it's going to play out. I'm not going anywhere until I talk to somebody.
we're not trying to be hard. Just no
You
one
guys aren't leaving the door
here.
open for us. That way we can get some sort of communication between us and them.
No one
When we come
lives
in.
here right now.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I do.
And hey guys, really we're just coming here for this complaint.
Okay, no, I get it.
I apologize for no one coming to the door.
You want to bet that? Figure out who these people were.
A big ass party with underage drinkers, and they all left and wouldn't come to the door, so they're uncooperative.
Yep.
Here are the names of the people who were there. Their vehicles were there at least.
You can play stupid games if you want to.
All right, Josh. Jordan, you talk to them.
Yep.
Maddie.
This is one of the owners that lives here. She's on the phone right now.
Hi, this is Officer Welsh from Moscow Police Department. Who am I speaking with? Maddie, 1 second. Let me turn the volume up on this phone here.
People want to be dumb.
All right, can you hear me, Maddie?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Do you live at 1122 Queen Street?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So, hey, the reason that we're here is that we received a noise complaint of loud music, partying. Okay. Once we approached the house, people started running away. They left a bunch of alcohol behind. We're not even coming for alcohol. We're coming for the noise complaint. And then we sat here for approximately 10 minutes trying to knock on the door, and no one would come to the door until these two gentlemen came down and actually answered the door. So, right now, if I can, I would like to collect your information, your name, number, your date of birth, and I'm guessing, and I want your current address also as well, okay?
Yeah, sounds good. I'm so sorry about that.
It's okay. So let me go ahead and what's your first name? Maddie?
Could be
Maybe.
And how do you spell that, Maddie?
My legal name is Madison. It's Madison.
What's your middle name, Madison?
May, May.
Okay. What's your last name?
Mogen, Mogen.
Mogen?
Yep.
Okay. What's your date of birth, Madison?
01.
Okay. And what's your current address?
1122 King Road.
Okay. And are you a student at U of I?
Yep.
Okay.
I will graduate with a bachelor's. I'm still doing my master's.
All right, Madison. So here's the deal. Okay. They've already said that no one here lives at, none of the occupants that live at this address are here right now. So now you have a house full of random people. You need to let them know that the noise needs to come down. Okay. We just received a noise complaint. We want that music turned down. And we don't want to come back again tonight. If we have to come back again tonight, then there's going to be even more problems, okay?
I see both sides.
Sounds good. I'm just frustrated. I'm also so sorry once again.
Hey, I understand, okay? It's just, I mean, if I were you guys, I'd probably just come home and make sure that whoever is partying here is keeping it down to a minimum, okay?
Yeah, we're going to take all of them.
Okay. So at this point, we're going to leave, okay? And again, if I have to come back later tonight, like I said, I just want to express that there's going to be some citations given out, okay?
Okay, very clear. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, you enjoy your evening, all right?
You too.
Bye. All right, man. Here's your phone.
Thank you.
Hey, so,
Can you dump the stuff?
yep.
You already told her about noise?
Yep, already told her about noise. If we have to come back.
You guys noise because you don't live here.
Yeah.
But I would probably strongly suggest that anyone else that's left here, they don't live here. Probably get you over.
I wouldn't. Thank you guys.
If not, I'm gonna come back.
We weren't lying to you guys.
You
Like,
know,
no
I'm
one
not
lives
saying
here. That we were just.
Yeah, they were here. They went to a party.
This would not be the first party I've ever gone to with people who live with me. Yeah. And just let people stay. Why they do that, I don't know. But to me, that would be stupid.
It happens
Stay where I
pretty
live.
frequently.
It's so heartbreaking seeing this footage, knowing what was to follow. They were so open and trusting, totally secure, carefree young people. They were beautiful, beloved, ambitious kids. Anytime you saw photos of them, their smiles were almost permanently on their face when you looked at any of their pictures because they were living their best life. But make no mistake about it, people. The criminal/predator, whom we can assume that it is truly Kohberger that committed these crimes, he found the students to be easy prey. And we just cannot have this kind of thing continuing to happen going forward. Having predators like this just make sport of human beings. And also intending to horrify us all in the process as we get the news of these headlines. No doubt Kohberger felt sure that he was going to get away with it all, and he worked very hard to get away with this crime. Kohberger came from an outside community, and it seems like he thought that he could just slide out of town with his white Elantra, leaving the Moscow police to run around in circles trying to figure out who did this. But thank God that did not happen. But prevention really is the cure. So I'm saying, in addition to the passcodes, which are great to have these locks on the door, you can imagine that most people aren't going to use these every single time. I would say as a second layer of protection, there should also be surveillance camera in the home that records. Some people might find that to be overkill, especially in a quaint, sweet community like this that's very comfortable. But good people, we should never be lulled into a false sense of security. There's just too many people roaming around on this planet that are willing to do wrong. Okay. Even for myself, I live in a very safe place. Sometimes I'm shocked at how much I can let my guard down, but still I don't. because I know it just takes one shady predator type to make you very blue. I've been in big cities, small cities. There's always some shady characters around, and it's better to be safe than sorry. You have nothing to lose by taking precautions. We can't make it easy for these types to get away with these kind of crimes and to prey on people in this way. Now, the Idaho home was outfitted with security locks on each and every bedroom door that could be set with a passcode unique for whatever your preference was. This could be changed to whatever combination you wanted. According to a report that was done by Inside Edition, they interviewed one of the former tenants that lived in that same exact house, and the former tenant said that each bedroom was indeed outfitted with these locks. But unfortunately, these locks didn't seem to be in use the morning of the crimes. I know a lot of times security measures like this can seem like a bit of a nuisance, but we know that it's worth it to save precious lives like these. I talk about these security cameras because I use them. There are inexpensive brands of surveillance cameras that records everything in the dark. They're not hard to come by, and no, I'm not promoting any brand in this video. I'm just sharing my experience, and it's given me a lot of peace of mind having these cameras in my home. I don't have them on the toilet or anything, but I do have them. And as a matter of fact, it was cameras that are largely responsible for solving this crime. That is why Kohberger was apprehended at all. Kohberger was actually located and identified in about 2 weeks. The affidavit clearly states this fact, contrary to what a lot of people believe. Kohberger's identity, his driver's license information, car, make, model, family connections, the authorities knew it all in 2 weeks. Maybe 2 weeks and 1 day, not more. And I've shared my thoughts on the affidavit, in another video. But previously, I can admit that I would have been a person that I would want surveillance cameras limited. But since this case, I'm actually doubling down on my stance about cameras. And in my home, where I'm the government here, the cameras are here to stay, baby. Again, I'm not promoting any kind of brand. I just swear by them in and outside of the home. Now, of course, cameras don't prevent crimes, but they can deter criminals from entering your home or your dwelling. And the technology is really good with these cameras. It's not like the camera on your phone. Even these rather basic surveillance cameras can film even with all the lights off. They're amazing at picking up images. Even if someone notices the camera, like in these bank robbery movies where you see them spraying out the camera screen so no one can see them, they've already been recorded. Even if they're masked, a lot can be retrieved and studied from the footage. And if you're on that footage, eventually you're going to get got. You can monitor your home from wherever you are with your smartphone, have the footage constantly being uploaded to the cloud. You can get alerts to your phone when someone enters your home. And if there should ever be some unfortunate event that happens where you need to call on law enforcement to review footage, it's all on file in the cloud. And at whatever amount of time you want to have that information erased, you can make a decision about that. It doesn't have to be expensive. And I don't think it's paranoia at all. I just think it's better to be safe than sorry. There's just so much we can do to protect ourselves and our families, because there's just so many people out here that are up to no good. These students were so trusting and carefree to the point that every resident that lived in that home could leave their doors open to their friends as well as complete strangers. They felt that secure. They had a complete open door policy for folks to come and go as they please, partying around all their valuables without them being there at all. Not a single person residing in the home felt they needed to be there. And of course, a lot of people would say they would never do that. I would never do that. But just imagine feeling that secure that you could actually think of doing that. That's just really, These kids totally felt at ease allowing complete strangers in their home. And look at this JBL speaker. It's massive. They're not even afraid. Somebody could easily walk off with that. I even remember hearing that they joked about how their sliding glass door was not in good repair online, and they had no worries or concerns about this. It has to be a beautiful community they were living in, and I'm sure that 99% of the residents would probably never dream of harming them or anyone else. So I can understand the parents feeling at ease. They chose a beautiful community like this. The parents did everything right. But sadly, there's just almost always some predator around. A predator or two lurking about. And Kohberger was a predator on the hunt, allegedly. He thought he was so smart. He thinks he's so smart. He counted on the high traffic in that household because of it being a party house. He counted on that layers of DNA to confuse authorities, resulting in an unsolved case, or maybe the crime being pinned on some innocent person. He counted on the police having this Mayberry style of law enforcement, and he never thought that they would get the job done. Not this quickly, but boy, was he wrong. He underestimated law enforcement's resolve, and that speaks to his arrogance. He didn't think that, I don't think he thought that it would get national, worldwide attention the way that it did, as quickly as it did. And I don't see how someone smart can believe something like this, as we are living in the information age. We are in the internet age. News travels virtually in seconds around the world. There's also a lot of mention about how Kohberger made mistakes at the crime scene. But I would say the real mistake he made was having ever put his hands on these kids in the first place. Kohberger is going to pay for his crimes. It's easy to believe that he committed crimes like this before. We know that he was following most of these young ladies in the house over social media. There's no telling how many times he was outside of that house. They said something like 12 times in the affidavit. I think it was more. He probably lurked around there without his phone, and at one point became so brazen after he started doing his research. He probably just thought that he was just going to ace this. Prayers to the family. Check back in with me. I will continue to follow this case. Y'all be good. Y'all be safe. Y'all keep living your life like it's golden. Thanks for joining me. Peace.